Internet speed. Some internet speed. Are we going to get internet speed here, or am I going to have to change? It looks like it's coming through pretty good. That's a good thing. So this is a really awkward time of day to have a live stream, but I thought that I would drop in on you guys and kind of fill you in on what's happened since the last time we talked, and maybe talk a little bit about a few other things. Like, for example, Mr. Sideways, that is what I have to call you from this point forward. I appreciate you being here, but from this point forward, you are Mr. Sideways, according to the powers that be. Hello, Daniel, and please continue to tune in, Mr. Sideways, because God knows I appreciate you being here. Matter of fact, you want to, let me throw you a wrench real quick, because Richard's not going to be here, and if you don't mind, I would greatly appreciate if you take care of the light work for me real quick. Hey, everybody, listen. I am not going to be getting a green screen to do live chats. Somebody asked me this morning if I was going to get a green screen to do live chats. No, I'm not getting a green screen to do live chats. I'm not a live chatter. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a travel vlogger. That was funny. Hey, Soul Jacker. Good to see you guys in here, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in real quick. So, if you haven't seen the homepage of the channel, I encourage you to go over there and check out the homepage if you don't mind. We have a comment from Mr. Fawad. It says, "You are one of my inspirations traveling to Cambodia and Thailand from Canada at the airport now. Appreciate your videos." You are so welcome. And I genuinely appreciate that comment for sure. AK, what is up, my friend? What's with the title? Doesn't the title say definitely not speechless in Thailand? That just means I got something to say. That's all. So, real quick before I jump into other stuff, go over to the homepage and look. I've changed the banner on the homepage, and it has times listed in which videos will be produced. For example, they're all based on Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so there's going to be a Richard video from San Francisco. He's going to be supplying. Hang on, Mr. Sideways says, "I wanted in writing from YouTube that they are specifically denounced me in the church." It's not going to come in writing from YouTube. It's coming from. Can we have an offline conversation about this? I'll explain it to you, please. Please, I'll explain it to you, and you'll understand. Hey, Chuck, good to see you, buddy. Aubrey, hello, how are you? Yeah, we'll have an offline conversation about that, man. Anyway, so channel videos will be posted as follows. On Wednesday night at 9 p.m., you will receive a video from Richard. On Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will join me for a live stream to talk about what's coming up on Friday and the weekend. Hey, Kern. So that's Wednesday and Thursday. Then Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will get my video for the week. And that video will be like the big vlog or whatever, right? Hey, it's on the river. AP, what's up, man? You guys will be getting like the longer, the better edited video. I told you guys I invested a lot of money last week in enhancing my software and enhancing some of my stuff so I can really put together some good vlogs for you. And we're going to slow down the pace a little bit here. I don't think it's going to hurt the growth of the channel because you guys are freaking amazing. And I'm not concerned about that at all. In fact, we're going to move forward, and I think we're going to move forward fairly quickly. Richard is, just so you guys know, hey, Steve, good to see you, man. Appreciate all your comments that you've been handing. Andy, how are you, man? Enjoying the content? Thank you. Is it Alabaster? Yep, Alabaster. Appreciate that very much. And in addition to, don't think you're just going to get 3 videos a week, okay? There may be some weeks that you only get 3 videos. But I'm always, if I'm on a beach somewhere that's new, or somewhere that I just feel like would be an awesome place to show you, I'm going to do the walking and talking live stream on the weekend. And you will get to see that as normal. I will advertise it in advance. I will let you guys know plenty of time in advance when I'm going to do that live stream, and you can participate just like we're participating right now. I think it'll be a good thing, gentlemen and ladies, if you're in here. I think it'll be a great thing. I think it's going to be a good thing for the channel. Also, at any given time, I'll make an announcement, and I may do an impromptu video, you guys know, the numbers on my channel show that you guys like talking head videos that I do, a little more so than some other stuff. So if I have a major announcement, like right now, the big thing is retirement visa, right? So I encourage you all to go to integritylegal.com and look at Benjamin Hart, who is the managing director of that service. Smog in Pattaya was not bad this weekend, not at all. Go to integritylegal.com. Benjamin did a video on that. Hey, Troy. Talking about why not use the elite status card. In his words, it comes with the non-B visa. That's what he said on the video. It comes with a non-B visa, and all you have to do is your check-ins, and you get the VIP card. You make a one-time investment for 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, however much money you want to put in there. So I'm not a retirement expert, disclaimer. This is not a how to retire in Thailand video. That's not what this is about. I'm not telling you how to retire in video. Hey, Mario, good to see you, man. None of that stuff. I'm just telling you to go watch the video that the American attorney that owns a Thai office here, he's got Thai lawyers working for him. Go check out his video. If I can think about it, I'll put the description in the link. But it's Integrity Legal. He's based out of Bangkok. The guy knows what he's talking about. He's got a YouTube channel. I've consulted with him many times on many different things, and he's good. He makes an excellent point on why the elite visa may be a better option for those people who are about to not be able to afford to live here anymore due to the changes in the retirement, or actually the enforcement of the retirement. I don't think it's really changed. I think it's just kind of enforcement of a law that's been there for a long time. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I ain't got nothing to do with retirement, and I'm not telling you what you should do. I'm just saying if you want a potential alternative, go take a look at that video. That's all I'm saying. Now, moving on from that, what else we got going on around Thailand this week? Well, I went to Pattaya this weekend, as you guys know, and the channel was, hey, Buono, good morning to you, sir. Glad to see you dropping in. Thanks for stopping by. This channel got a professional audit from a huge Fortune 100 VP, and I was a little disappointed, none to say the less. But it's okay, because you don't walk on. Hey, Alonzo, good morning, man. You don't get on the football field or the basketball court or in the ring with somebody the first time and just know how to win, right? So Leland says, I am in Ko Samet, great little island south of Pattaya, about 1 hour. I've heard that's a pretty good place. Hey, Mark Rands, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Ewan, I hope I say it right, man. Still alive and yeah, I'm trying, man. You know I am. I'm gonna keep doing it. But what was I saying? Somebody catch me up. I totally forgot after the after the being in Pattaya thing. Well, let me I was talking about the channel audit. So it's good. What I was saying is, you don't step in the ring the first time. You don't step on the basketball court the first time and just automatically know how to do everything, right? You have to fail. You have to fail a few times. You have to get corrected by people that know what they're talking about. It ain't easy for me to go through to listen to somebody tell me what they said about my channel, right? It's just not easy because I put so much work in it. But at the same time, it's going to make me grow. It's going to make me grow, guys. It's going to make me grow as a man. It's going to make me grow as a human being, and it's certainly going to make this channel grow. And it's going to provide much better content for you guys. I spent 2 hours on the phone with Richard this morning. He and I had a great conversation about plans for the future. Pressure makes diamond. That's it, John. Absolutely, man. 100%. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Hey, Tower Ski. Hope you're doing good, man. I want to tell everybody real quickly, thank you all so much that are watching right now. If you got a second, hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. I really appreciate it. David says, I hope I didn't miss much. Hi, guys. You probably want to catch the replay, David. Just to catch the replay. Because there is some interesting information in here. What I'm going to do is, hey, Alan, good to see you, man. Really appreciate you coming in. What I'm going to do is give you a higher quality content. That's basically what it amounts to. And we're going to change up a little bit of the way the content is delivered. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to focus more on the answering your questions and when you leave comments or questions or concerns, stuff like that. I'm going to focus more on answering those. And I'm going to focus a lot more on traveling. For example, this weekend, I'm not going to Pattaya. I'm not going to be far away from Pattaya. I'm going to be next door. But at the same time, I'm going to slowly start venturing out so I can show you guys some other stuff. Hang on, let's see. Sideways says, if you want to make Jeremy feel all warm and fuzzy, you know what to do. That's right. Just hit that thumbs up button, man. And I really appreciate you grabbing that wrench. Thank you, man. Appreciate it very much. Tower Ski says, so y'all are going to start doing a schedule. Yes, sir. We're going to start doing a schedule. And I think that you guys will enjoy it more because you know when to look for the content. Like, even if when it comes out, when the content drops, at least you know it's going to be there in the morning when you wake up, right? And you can watch it. Or however you want to go about doing it, you can do it. Rob says, how are you, Jeremy? 11:23 p.m. and cold in NYC. I bet it is, man. I can't wait to get back there. I know you can't. It's hot here, man. I mean, it's hot. Ken says, I think you need a work visa for that. You think I need a work visa for what? I do have I have a non-B visa and a work permit. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Alan says, content quality beats quantity. Absolutely, 100% agree. Hey, JC, running late, but I'm here. That's all right, Jim. Thank you for making it, bro. I appreciate that. We'll talk about that offline. I promise you, man. I'll fill you in exactly on what I'm talking about. A good map of Pattaya in English. Yes, we have a guy on here that has a wrench that has a whole map and a whole bunch of good information on Pattaya. A whole bunch of good information. Let's see. Prep for it says, yes, a schedule would be great. See, good. You guys can buy into it, and I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it because it gives us more time over the week rather than having to like come out and just push content out. Why not be able to give you some better content, maybe a little bit longer videos, but they're more detailed, a little bit better, in terms of quality, a little bit more information, that kind of thing. I think it'll be good. Please no marketing your channels unless permission is granted. Thank you for saying that because that is absolutely 100% correct. Bob says, keep up the good work. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Steve, 22 days. I'm waiting on you, brother. I'm waiting on you, man. Chuck says, Jeremy, doing very well. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Man, I can't wait to meet you in person, by the way. I'm really, really excited about that. Towerski says, David, I found a map like 2 years ago online, mainly used it for bus routes. Well, there is a frequently asked questions link in the description of this video. I know because I put it in my upload defaults, and it's by the guy that has the wrench in this channel. He did an amazing job on that frequently asked questions. So you may want to start there, and I'm sure that if you can't find what you need there, he can help you. Alan says, can't wait for you to finally get to Wahin. I already know you'll like it a lot. I'm pretty sure I will, man. And I'm gonna start. There you go. There's the link for Pattaya frequently asked questions right there. You will absolutely. I'm sure I will absolutely love Wahan, Alan. I'm excited about moving around. I'm really excited about what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm like I said, I'm not going far from Pattaya, but I am going to move outside the city a little bit because I got a fantastic deal on a hotel that has a big top area with a swimming pool and a jacuzzi, and I got a suite, like a suite, for I think it was $46 a night. Plus, I use hotels.com, so I got a free night, and the room is usually $112 per night. So that's gold status on hotels.com. I'm pretty excited about going there, and it's a quieter area than Pattaya, or than Central Pattaya anyway. Steve says, I've been 3 years. Chuck, you might say that. Yep. Steve's got some experience here for sure. Towerski says, I have a question. Have you been to Phuket? I have not. I'm going there for the first time this year and want to enjoy myself. Won't be there alone, though. Well, all I can tell you is what I've heard about Phuket, and I heard that, once you get out of the actual Phuket itself, like the center part, I've heard that the beaches are phenomenal around that area. And I've also heard there are beaches up and down the coast, all, thousands of kilometers of beaches that are just pristine and absolutely wonderful in Thailand. And I'm going to start venturing out and showing you guys some of that stuff. But I have to do it limited because I still have a 9-to-5 job. Been 18 years since you've been there. That's not. Yeah, you're probably right, Chuck. Probably right. I am going to. Nah, I'll leave it up. It's okay. I was going to say I was going to remove that. So here's the deal with the political correctness. Okay. I told the guys in the Facebook group the other night. Francis has got a good suggestion for you. I told the guys in the Facebook group the other night that, hey, Big C, thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate it. That, I'm not a politically correct person. I don't like being politically correct, but in order to use this platform of YouTube, I have to go by their rules, and that's what's going to happen right now. Chuck, I saw you put something up, but I didn't get to read the whole thing. Also, I have better news. I need all of you guys to go over to my Facebook fan page. The link is in the description below, and follow that page, or like and follow that page, okay? The reason is because I'm going to be putting up a lot of extra content on that page, okay? Some additional stuff. And I'm also going to be doing some pictures and all that stuff over there. My Instagram is also linked in the description of this video. There are going to be many pictures coming on my Instagram of me traveling and some of the girls I travel with. Let me catch these comments real quick. Steve says, still in touch with people from visiting 2005. There are some great people here, man, absolutely. Al says, your info is great. What is the transportation cost from airport to Pattaya? We talked about this before. I think you can get it. It depends on what you want to take. Depends on if you want to take the bus or a taxi. Let's see. And can you get a nice place for about 3 months at $400 for 1 month? Best of luck to you. Yeah, you should be able to find a place for $400 a month. That shouldn't be a problem. The transportation cost is going to be up to you. It depends on what you want, the taxi or bus. Whether you want a private driver. These guys will tell you for sure. Towerski says, I got an idea. You should do a walk in the mall and do a review of the Hot Pot restaurant at the top floor. I went there before and liked the group. What mall are you referring to, Towerski? And I'll be happy to do it. David says, check the frequently asked questions page. No map. I can Google one. If I find a good one, I will let you know. Yeah, do that, David. That'd be great, man. Alan says, I think Trump described political correctness the best. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm sure he did. Bus is the cheapest. Yes, bus is definitely the cheapest. Yep. not going there either. So let me take that away. We're not going to talk about that stuff on here. That's going to be for some Facebook and some other stuff. Taxi is about 1,200 baht. That's awesome. Thanks, Charles, whoever you are. Just went over and liked and followed the Facebook page. I'm telling you guys, go over there and like and follow the Facebook page. It's not my personal Facebook page, it's the fan page. And it has the same banner at the top that the home page for this channel has. So that's how you know. Plus, the picture of me is I got my hat backwards, and I think I'm looking on my cell phone or something like that. It was when I was in Bangkok. And you guys will be able to get a lot more information there because I'm going to be putting a lot more information there. Let's see. Towerski says, I think the mall is by Soy 6. The one with the McDonald's at the bottom. Forgot that. Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay. Bus is 108 baht. Mr. Sideways has given. There you go. Given a good link. Comfort Zone. Hey, Jeremy, what's your favorite place you've been and two in Thailand so far? Honestly, man, I haven't been a whole lot of places, to tell you the truth. My favorite? I think Ko Pai is probably my favorite, Bamboo Island. I really love that island. It's really nice. There's a lot of private beaches there. So I love it. Jeremy says, loving the white looking clean. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Somebody called them SJW glasses yesterday. I thought that was hilarious because I'm the furthest thing from that. Alan's going to bed. Okay, buddy. See you, man. Brian H says, just hearing that makes me want to blow the dust off my Facebook page. Blow the dust off, man. It's all good. Big Steve says, morning. Had a big night in Pattaya last night. Bit dusty. I understand, man. Those kind of big nights tend to happen in Pattaya. I understand completely, 100%. What was I going to tell you guys about that? So we're going to be switching the nightlife stuff up a little bit in terms of how we talk about it, and more to come on that. You're going to get some of that stuff on Facebook, see, because a lot less restrictive than what we're trying to do with this channel. Thomas says, ever thought about doing a vlog about the 10 things you like about Thailand, 10 things you don't like? I can definitely do a vlog about the 10 things I like. That's actually a really good idea. In terms of 10 things I don't like, it's hard to do things that you don't like about Thailand because the saving face laws over here are just so strict. You know, I could say something that just has this much of an impact and it can be bad, but maybe I'll make something like 10 things. I don't know. I have to rename it, but I can figure it out. That's a good suggestion, Thomas. Thank you for it. I appreciate it. Chuck says, should I get a pocket Wi-Fi when I get to the airport? I can't put another SIM in an iPhone. Then you should definitely get a pocket Wi-Fi. Absolutely, 100%. Unless you have an international calling plan. Mark went over and started following me on Instagram. That's great. You guys, I'm telling you, go over to Instagram. Go over to the Facebook page. It's something about like Jeremy.Clodfelter travel /Southeast Asia or something like that. So that's where a lot of stuff's going to be. And I'm going to be putting up some little teaser videos for the stuff that's coming up on YouTube as well. Hopefully, if all goes according to plan, Mr. Richard will be back in about 3 weeks, and he and I will take you on some more tours, places that we haven't been before. Fong said, Mr. Mike says, Australia is facing a housing crisis that many people will lose their homes in foreclosures. Their economy got slammed and impact tourism to Thailand. A lot of things have impacted tourism to Thailand, man. Like, you know, the baht holding its value so well, and then with these new, not new laws, but the enforcement of the laws that were on the book, it's been the tourism has. It doesn't appear to me that it's been high. I can put it to you that way. Fran says, hey, Steve, take them. Oh, you got it. Mark, thank you so much, my friend. I very much appreciate that contribution. As you guys know, all super chats, PayPal, sponsorships, anything like that, always go to travel expenses of the channel and making sure I make the best, highest quality content for you guys. I genuinely appreciate that, Mark. Thank you very much, sir. Towerski says, I'm sipping on coconut water for whoever asked. Towerski says the economy has impacted travel everywhere. That's true. I would agree with that. Big Steve says, got some Pandonine Forte. I'm not sure what that is. The other Steve says, bot rate is insane. It's pretty crazy, man. It's, it's the dollar has lost quite a bit of value just since I've been here. So, can you really say Thailand's going to be a cheap, easy place to come retire anymore? I don't know. Who knows? Doesn't appear that way, but we don't know. Thailand's a beautiful country, and I encourage everybody to come. Will you be able to afford to retire here? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to afford to retire here. Of course, I plan on visiting many countries. As soon as the paid member site is up and working, and people find the value of it, and start subscribing to it, which is going to be a little while. And as soon as everything picks up here on YouTube and a few other things I have going on, then I'll drop the 9-to-5 job and I'll be traveling full time, and you guys get to see a whole bunch of stuff. There'll be more than 3 videos a week, I guarantee that. Greetings, Donnie. How are you, man? Good to see you. AM says USD rates were over 33 baht when I visited. I hope it stays above 30 baht this year. I hope it does too, because it was down. When I was in Pattaya this past weekend, yesterday before I left, I think the lowest I saw was 30.9 something, I believe. Ronald says cheaper than Japan. That's probably true. I don't know anything about Japan, but I would say that's probably true. Alonzo says, hey, Jeremy, what was exchange USD to baht when you first got there? I believe it was about 33. I think it was about 33, like 33.1 or 32.9, somewhere in that neighborhood. Fran says, move to South Vietnam to retire. That's probably not a bad idea. Medellin is awesome. You got something going there, Tower Ski, because South America is definitely a place I want to visit for sure. Big Steve says, I had Australian dollar at 32 baht, now it's just 22. Wow, that's a big hit, man. Peter says, do you think a lot of retirees in Thailand will have issues with the U.S. and British embassies? Yeah, I do. And I really do, because, wow, that's a big difference, Steve. I see your comment. Here's what this is just my opinion, okay? You got the older expats that live up in the Isan region. Hey, Rob. Just got 31.2 at ATM. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to South America as well, man. But let me say this before I answer any more comments about what I think is going to happen. You got a lot of retirees that have been signing affidavits for years and living off, you either got to have 65,000 baht a month coming into a Thai bank for, I believe it's 3 months before you can get your extension, I think. Don't hold me to it, because I'm not, this is not my specialty. Yes, Latin women are definitely good-looking women. But you got to either have 65,000 baht coming in, or you got to have 800,000 baht in the bank for 3 months. Some of these guys just don't make that much money, I don't think. In my opinion, they just don't make that much money. I'm not saying that's 100% fact. And they're going to have to go home. Or they're going to have to, find somebody to marry to cut the visa cost in half. And it's not so much getting the visa as it is getting the visa extension. That's where, for me, everything I've read and studied, that seems to be more of the issue, really, is the extension part, because that's when they really start digging in, and I think that's going to be a problem for some people. But I hope it works out well for everybody. Central America is good too. I heard Costa Rica was really nice. I strongly suggest Colombia. It was amazing. It's cheaper than most people think. I had a king suite, ridiculous suite on the top floor for $18. Wow. I've got flies buzzing around me here. Can't get to Colombia, working on my Spanish as we speak. I hear you, man. I took 7 semesters of Spanish and still can't speak any Spanish. A lot have gone to Cambodia already. That's true, Steve. That's true. I've heard that before. So, is Cambodia an option? Maybe. Is Laos an option? Maybe. Is Vietnam? You know, some of these countries, in my opinion, they just don't hold up to Thailand. You know, Laos, yeah, Laos is an option. But I mean, you know, what country right here next to us is as advanced as Thailand? Maybe Malaysia? I don't know. Indonesia, possibly. I'm not sure. I've never been to those countries, so I don't know. You guys tell me. Fong says, as you are a U.S. citizen, you can travel out of U.S. as long as you want without being hassled by U.S. immigration at the U.S. airport when you fly back. Interesting. Bali. Maybe Bali. Bali might be good. Brazil was awesome. That's one place I've definitely wanted to go, was Brazil for sure. Chris says French Polynesia. I've heard that's a really nice place. Dan. Hey, what's up, Dan? What's the safety situation look like in Colombia? That's a good question for somebody to answer. Mr. Fawad says Malaysia and Singapore are fairly advanced. That's what I heard. G says trying to get to Rio as well. Heard then Brazilian. Thomas says, oh, he retracted his message. Okay. Plan B. Hello from North Carolina. Hello to you. That's where I'm from. I love North Carolina, my favorite state. I think this coconut water that they make here actually makes me more thirsty. Let's see. Rob says, come down and see us in Pattaya. You might just like it. I'll probably get over that way at some point, but there's a whole side of the Gulf over here I haven't explored yet. I mean, there's you know, I haven't really done a lot around the Saadhep area. I haven't done much in Jomtien. I haven't even been to some of the little beaches down near Rayong, Ko Samet, Ko Chang. There's a lot of places on this side that I need to visit. Safety in Colombia is good. It's nothing like back in the day. I felt safe. I would walk around a long night. That's cool. Solo traveler for the most part, so am I. Thomas says Colombia was dangerous when I was there. Best 2 places I've been so far have been Peru and Chile. I've been to Peru. I really like Peru. I thought Peru was awesome. Went to Machu Picchu and stayed in Cusco. I enjoyed Peru. Had a lot of fun there. Towerski says just make sure to stay in the nicer areas. Like, is it not Pablo. I can't think of the name of it right now. Brian H. I dated a Brazilian girl and she was a lot to handle. I imagine. I have some Brazilian friends back in the States and they are quite a handful from time to time. Steven says Colombia is very safe. Medellin and Cartagena particularly. I know Cartagena is on the beach, so I heard that was a really good beach city. And Medellin is that is on my. I will go to Medellin. That's on my bucket list for sure, or Medellin, I should say. Are you more into beaches or temples? Probably beaches. I like the temple stuff, don't get me wrong. I think it's interesting. I like the Buddhist ideology. I think it's interesting. I'm not a Buddhist, but excuse me. I certainly think it's interesting. But I'm definitely more into beaches. Towerski says Medellin's economy has been booming. I don't know if that's good or bad. G says, appreciate your videos. Definitely dropped a lot of knowledge on Thailand for someone who has never been there. Good, man. I'm glad to see you getting value out of it. That's what it's all about, man. Chris, what is the best thing to do if your phone only has one SIM slot? Just switch out the card while there. I would, if your phone's unlocked, that's what I would do. Or you can buy a really cheap cell phone and put a traveler SIM in it from AIS. That's what I did. I bought a really cheap phone and put a traveler SIM from AIS in there. Got unlimited internet and a bunch of talk time, but and SMS and everything for like 1,750 baht for a month. But True actually has a plan going on. Do you guys want to go back and watch the video that I made recently about cost of living for last month? I think it's called, what did I name it? Average Joe Cost of Living, something like that. Go watch that video and it'll tell you more about the SIM cards. Bobby says, would you say Chiang Mai is the most family-friendly city in Thailand? I have not been, so I cannot tell you, Bobby. That is one place I would love to go. Big Steve says, Hua Hin is nice and quiet. That's true, Brian. Rob says, was in Makati last week. Met a lady who goes to Singapore to dance. If she take... yeah, I don't know how that goes. Fran says, I'd live in Hua Hin, Big Steve. I'm sure you would. Elite, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Always appreciate you coming on, stopping by. Towerski said, what would be cheaper, getting a pocket Wi-Fi or SIM card for Thailand? That all depends on how long you're going to be here, really. If you're going to be here for a week or two, you could probably rent a pocket Wi-Fi fairly cheap. My personal opinion, try to buy a cell phone that has two SIM card slots and just get you a traveler SIM from either True or AIS. When you get here, you shouldn't have any problems. Let me take a minute real quick. From June to August, yeah, get you a little cheap cell phone, man, and plug you AIS traveler SIM card in there. That'd be my suggestion to you. Take 1 second to say, if you are enjoying this content and you find value in it, please give me a thumbs up. There comes Steve right there with the thumbs up right there. Hashtag DoMoreLife. And feel free to share that hashtag. You're very welcome, Tower Ski. We can't use that word G on here. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to remove your comment, but do not take that personally. You can abbreviate that with the initials LB. Again, this is politically correct YouTube stuff. Chris, thank you, man. I appreciate you subscribing for sure. Funk says, can you do a video on medical clinic or doctor or hospital you go to? Already done, my friend. It's on the channel. I did one about private versus public healthcare here in Thailand about 2 months ago, I think. I got sick while I was in, actually it was in October. So if you want to look around that time, you can find that video. I went to a private hospital in Pattaya and a public hospital in a different area and got the exact same medication, the exact same diagnosis. One cost like 7,000 baht. The other one cost 979 baht. So it's a good review. You should check it out. Dan says, I would say Chiang Mai is family friendly. Many ancient temples to visit. Red lights are easy to avoid. Giant night market is neat to explore as a tourist. Arts and crafts, hotels are nice. There you go. Chiang Mai has a good airport to fly into. I've heard that as well. Yeah, so that's, Bobby, I'm not sure I really recognize you, but that's kind of what we do on here, man, is like help each other. It's like a family type deal on these live chats, and we try to keep it that way. You know, no junk on here, no talk about other vloggers or their mistakes or whatever. We don't do any of that stuff. We try to keep it moving forward and to the best of our abilities. Every once in a while you catch me on a bad day and I might vent a little bit, but for the most part I try not to do that anymore, which brings me back to thank you for those that have hit the thumbs up button. I also want to say thanks that for anyone who has contributed monetarily to the channel, whether it be today or over the weekend. I know there were some monetary contributions over the weekend. I think I had some sponsorship come in via PayPal, and I just want to tell you guys I really, really appreciate that, because you have no idea how much easier that makes my life in terms of traveling. The Kangaroo says, hey mate, 2 live streams a day after each other, awesome, hope you're well. I hear you, man. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. Sweet Guy Traveler, hello to you. G says, are the LB easy to spot and avoid? Heard there are a lot of them and some are aggressive. All of that is true. Is there specific areas they frequent so I can be cautious? Definitely don't want to get caught in a trap. Yes, but that is a conversation you probably want to have with somebody in this group offline. You know, there are different areas for sure. The street beside Soy 6, I think it's Soy 6-1. You definitely want to avoid that one. Certain parts of Soy Bacow you're going to want to avoid. So, you know, just have to kind of learn your way around a little bit. Chris says, do you ever get homesick for the States? Occasionally, but not very often. Not very often. I really enjoy myself here when it all comes down to it. Rob says, when you walk out of customs at Bangkok, there's an AIS booth. Yes, that's true. That's where I got my SIM card at. As well as some other phone companies, AIS has a number of packages for short stays. That is absolutely correct. Ozzy, what's up, man? I just watched a video airport security. Let's see. I just watched a video of Chiang Mai Airport asking these American girls to delete their vacation pics from their phone. That's weird. Big Steve says Chiang Mai Airport pretty much right in the city, which I like. 150 baht to your accommodation. That's pretty cool. Just be respectful. That's the main thing in Thailand, man, is just to be respectful. That's pretty much all you got to worry about here. Plan B says, which watch are you sporting today? Are there any authorized watch dealers at the malls there? Yeah, I sport the same watch all the time. I wouldn't call it sporting. I just kind of wear it. It's a cheap G-Shock watch. I mean, it's nothing special. Yes, there are legitimate. I don't know about Rolex and stuff like that. I don't look at stuff like that. I don't have the money for it. Mr. Sideways has got a comment there for you guys to check out. Christopher West, what is up, my friend? How are you? Hydell says, I like the traps, makes the experience much deeper. That's one way to look at it. Dan says, key to identification is the size of tile. That's also a very good point. Thomas, thank you so much, man, for your super chat, your contribution. Very, very, very much appreciate that. Stuff really goes a long way, guys. I can't emphasize that enough. So, thank you very, very much for that. Really, really appreciate it. Dan says that is just one indicator, though. That's true. Thomas says keep up the great videos. We're gonna keep them coming, brother. Don't worry about that. You are going bye-bye. And anybody that comments anything like that is going bye-bye, because YouTube actually said that if you are trying to draw someone into a site about the earth not being its current shape, that's all I'm going to say, you are in violation of their community guidelines. Look at their last Creator Studio video and you will see what I'm saying. G says, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's lifestyle choices, just not my speed. Oh, I get it, man. I get it. It's not my speed either. So I understand completely. Thomas says, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you again for that. I really, really genuinely appreciate that, man. Chris says you should get a PayPal or Cash App. Google takes 30% Super Chat. I have a PayPal link in the description of this video, sir. And I encourage people to contribute through PayPal rather than Super Chat because of that. But if they choose to contribute through Super Chat, then, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so there are authorized high-end watch dealers in malls. I was sure that there were. This is Tony, great channel. All right, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it, man. Glad you guys are getting some good content. That's the main thing. I want you to get value out of the content. I want to make sure that I answer your questions to the best of my ability. And I want you to always remember that this channel is just a guide. Just a guide, okay? Don't ever take my word as the gospel. Make sure that you follow up with ThaiVisa.com, an immigration attorney and or a visa attorney here in Thailand. Hydell says, any thoughts on a Myanmar visit? Yeah, I've been to the border, never went across, but I would love to go there. I think that would be a very interesting place for sure. Just got to get out of this 9 to 5 first. That's the main thing. G says, what time is it currently there? It is 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Thomas says it still goes through PayPal. Yeah, it does go through PayPal, but the percentage is just less. That's all. YouTube takes about 30% of the total value, and PayPal takes, I think, in total about, they get at max about 5%, I think. Towerski says, can an AIS SIM card go into an iPhone? Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. As long as your phone's unlocked, it can. And if not, to be honest with you guys, there are plenty of places outside of the airport that you can get your phone unlocked at. You just have to pay a little bit for it. Hello from Nashville. What's up, World Hippie? Hello to you, sir. Never been to Nashville either, and that's one place I want to go in America. Steve says, you might get fed up looking at watches pretty quick if you're sitting in the bars. Christopher says, I plan on traveling Southeast Asia. Where's a good base? I don't know, man. This is a pretty good location here, but I haven't experienced enough. Like, I've been to Taiwan, but I was only there for a short period of time. I've been to a few other places, but I've only been there a short period of time. Like, I've been to Laos, but I've only been there for a very short period of time. And I spent 9 months in the Philippines, and now I'm on my 10th month here. So I really wish I could tell you, man. 9 p.m. in California, that is correct, Chris. Ozzy says, is it high season yet in Thailand? Lots of tourists. Yeah, high season's kind of, in fact, I think I'm going to do a video on high season and then another one on low season, so that I fully understand what the differences are and when they are, like what times of the year they are. Ozzy says, high season yet in Thailand? Oh, I just read that. Dan says, to put a local SIM into an iPhone, the iPhone has to be carrier unlocked. That is correct. Kangaroo says, Nashville, one of the best places I've ever been. That's awesome. You think your phone is unlocked? There you go. If it's paid for, if you either paid cash for the phone or if you've been on a payment plan and you've made all the payments and the phone has come off the bill, then you're fine. Maybe if you do a transfer and choose to send as a friend, PayPal do not charge, right? That's true. They do not charge. Actually, if you send it through that link, they take a small percentage of the initial payment, and then it charges me 1% to transfer it into my bank. So, to me, it's a lot more. More of your money, more of your hard-earned money goes toward the channel if you use PayPal. But that's entirely up to you. I'm not debating anybody on what they want to do. Whatever's easiest for you. Towerski says, I have T-Mobile, so do I. I actually get some data in Thailand. Yep, you can do it and can do free text. That's right, just slow. But the maximum data you're going to get is 2G. That's going to be 256 kilobytes per second. I know this for a fact because I have the T-Mobile Global One calling package. So you're going to want to upgrade that for sure. I promise you. Mr. Farangutan, so if somebody donates to your channel, YouTube gets a 30% cut. If they donate through Super Chat, that is correct. World Hippie says, love the white glasses. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Chris says, any country you advise against? I'd probably stay out of the Philippines. A lot going on over there, especially right now, and I'm not going to get into that, but you ask if I would advise against the country, and I would say I wouldn't necessarily say I would advise against it, but I definitely wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't be, looking forward to a visit over there. Sweet guy says, Ozzy, mighty, most tourists are gone now. Friends and family PayPal is free. Okay. G says, definitely looking forward to those videos about high and low seasons. Yeah, I'll get them out to you. Dan says, yeah, with T-Mobile SIM from the States, you'll get about 2G data connection here. That's exactly true. Ozzy says, sweet guy travels about, he's talking to somebody else. 5 a.m. in London, my day off, and I should be asleep. Yes, you should be asleep, Steve. Lonzo says, high season, low season, night and day. I'm in Pattaya right now. Yes, he is, because I met him this weekend. Now, and it's a zoo. Been here for a week already. I went in October last year. A lot less people way better, but it will occasionally rain. Hey, Mike, what's up with you, man? Hope you had a great weekend. I did. Hope you had a great weekend as well. Sweet Guy says, yes, you can bargain easily anyway. Many rooms are still empty. That's true. You're welcome, Ozzy. Chris says you can call Wi-Fi for free from your current phone. That's true, you can. But you have to find Wi-Fi that's fast enough first and foremost. And if you do like I do, I use my Thai cell phone as a pocket Wi-Fi, right? So I bounce my American cell off of it, and then I make my calls and do whatever I want to. Luther says, stay out of any war zone or Middle East. I agree with that. 5,000 U.S. sailors due in Pattaya soon, apparently. Really? I haven't heard anything about that. Ronald says, maybe Kuala Lumpur or Singapore may be a good base for travel base. PI only if you have friends that live there only. Yeah, good luck with finding a friend in the Philippines. Hydale says Middle East is safer than most. I think only a small percentage no goes on. May be true. Rob says if you use the Thai SIM, your phone number changes, so apps that depend on your phone number may not work unless you change the number for that, like line. That's correct. That's true. G says, do you recommend high or low season first time visit? I'd come in low season. You just have to get used to the rain. That's all. It gets a bit crazy when the sailors come in. I haven't heard anything about sailors coming in, but I'll take your guys' word for it. Excuse me one second, guys. Rob says, I use separate Android phone for Thailand so I can text back home. So do I. I got an Android phone for Thailand and an iPhone for my T-Mobile plan. Wookie says, hey man, I finally caught a live feed. Yes, you did. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Elite says, I'll be getting my shot 6 months before my trip. Looking forward to spending December there. Also looking forward to seeing how they celebrate for New Year's. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. H1NG, you worried about protests after the election? No, I'm not. Steve says, U.S. carrier docking in Gulf today. Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. Okay, so we're having a little discussion about the sailors. Yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of elections on the 24th of March. Big Steve says the Kangaroo, I like Cathay Pacific. I do too. That's a good airline. Use them or Singapore Airlines. That's exactly how I flew over last time. Mr. Sideways says you can buy smartphones from 7-Eleven from as little as 1,000 baht. You just need a form of photo ID. That's true. Anytime you buy a SIM card over here, you have to give your ID, just to let you guys know. Okay, you got to have your passport or something. Do you speak Thai? No. So I'm no good at Thai. No good. My students try to teach me a little bit, and I try to learn a little bit, and that's about it. I do what I can, guys. I do what I can. So, in conclusion, I would like to say thank you so much to the people who super chatted today. I greatly appreciate it. Hey, Cody. I greatly appreciate all the contributions you guys make, not only monetarily, but the good, positive feedback I get from you guys, the constructive criticism I get from you guys, the comments that I get from you guys, everything that you guys do, watching the videos, sharing the videos. I just really want to say thank you. And if you find, okay, thanks, Mike. Good that you dropped by, man. I appreciate that. If you guys find value in one of my videos, share it on your Facebook page. I mean, just share it and let somebody else know that might need to know. Brian says, wealth of information in your channel. Thank you, Jeremy, and everyone else. You're very welcome, Brian. I'm glad you see it that way, man. I really am. I haven't heard about that, Rob, but there's no reason not to believe that. I mean, it sounds like it's true. Driver's license fine, changing money in Pattaya. I don't know. That's a good question. I have a Thai driver's license, so I'm not sure about an international license. Not sure. Rob says, I might come up from Pattaya from Phuket for 2 days early in May to see a friend. Bring a backpack. Can I find a good room there? Should I make a reservation just to be clear? Tar Heel, baby, all the way, Tar Heel. Thanks, JC. Have a great day from UK. Yep, we're growing. And guys, I just want to say thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you enjoyed this content. And I will see you on the next video, which will be Richard's video on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys go to the homepage of this channel and check out the schedule, okay? Monger, thank you again, man, for, I just said it anyway. See, I slipped. But thank you so much for moderating on this live stream. I really appreciate that. And we'll talk offline about